as our next guest has said, we have with us the Deputy Mayor of the Port of Spain City Corporation, Mr. Hillan Morean, who is also a councillor for St. Anne's River North, and we have also Mr. Kelvin Polson. And before we came to you here, you were telling us about making love and the year for love, and how do you feel this morning, sir?
I feel great. Good morning. Thanks for having us here.
And we have you here to talk about Good Deeds Day. Tell us about that.
Well, Good Deeds Day is a international recognition celebrated in several countries around the world, and it's been celebrated for the first time in Trinidad and Tobago in partnership with the Volunteer Center of Trinidad and Tobago. How the corporation, the Port of Spain Corporation, has gotten involved in that is that we, at the same time as they were seeking to celebrate Good Deeds Day with the theme of Plan for Peace, we were at the same time putting together an urban agriculture initiative linked to several stakeholders, the VCTT being one. And as such, we've come together to launch our urban agriculture project on Good Deeds Day with the same theme of Plan for Peace. So it's a multi-sector partnership involving several stakeholders, including VCTT, Port of Spain Corporation, United Nations volunteers, SAIPAN, CS, so many acronyms, I can't remember all, but so many various organizations, youth organizations, Commonwealth youth organizations. There's an amazing group by the name of Y Farm, led by an amazing young man who's an agropreneur by the name of Alpha Senon. And also we have Nikita Legal of YGRO, is it UGRO? So it's a really nice initiative where we are focusing on local spaces for urban agriculture, which we believe will have a great impact on not only food production locally, but also in terms of the economic situation that several people are going through right now in the country.
Yeah, and you talk about planting your own food and that kind of thing as well. That is what we've always been hearing people talking about. It's time for you to have, start to plant your own food because the import bill is too high, and this is a good initiative to help that situation as well.
We think so.
Yeah. And Mr. Polson, you're one of the volunteer and a partner in this initiative.
Yeah, so I'm from Volunteer Center Trinidad and Tobago, and my particular department would deal with the volunteers, getting volunteers for projects and so on. So we identified this project as critically important. As Mr. Morean was saying, this is a globally recognized day. Last year, it would have affected 93 countries, over 2.5 million persons. So this is the first time it's really being done on a large scale, not only in Trinidad and Tobago actually, it's in the wider region. So there are 5 Caribbean countries that are involved. It's Suriname, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Lucia, right? And there's a lot of volunteerism, a lot of activity going on in these countries on a regular basis, but it's just to formalize that and create that network via the Good Deeds Day, which of course is April 15th.
Yeah. So it's April the 15th. From what I understand, approximately 50 volunteers have been mobilized.
Yes, those are both external and internal volunteers who are going to come to the Gonzales community and are going to contribute to this urban agricultural project. And they are really asked to contribute all of themselves to that particular community. And urban farming is something that could be very transformative because there's this principle, it's called crime prevention through environmental design, CPTED. And what CPTED suggests is that when you create spaces for persons that they can really enjoy and they can really contribute to and that are really safe, that can lead to crime reduction. And of course, our theme for this year is planting seeds for peace. So it just is a really nice marriage.
So anybody can be part of this initiative?
Of course, yeah. The Volunteer Center right now is coordinating that volunteer drive. In fact, they have a volunteer orientation on Thursday at City Hall, second floor City Hall. So anybody interested, please feel free to contact VCTT. And of course, we have so many organizations involved that he'll forgive me that if I forgot some. But one of our major stakeholders is East Port of Spain Development Company. So they'll be taking part in our launch, which takes place on Sunday. They're in fact helping to cover a lot of the costs associated with that. So we have to thank them. And we'll also have the presence of our Minister of Local Government. And as you would know, part of the proposed local government reform speaks to localized agriculture. So we felt it necessary to begin the process and show the benefits of it even before the reform comes. You know?
So how can people contact the VCTT?
They can go to our website, it's vctt.org. We also have our Facebook mechanism, and they can go through our international portal. So our international arm of VCTT is CVX. You could also find CVX via social media as well.
Yeah. Now, this initiative is it one, Mr. Morean, that is in collaboration with the Port of Spain City Corporation, or?
Well, as I said, we would have had our own goal. We would have sat and said, listen, we're going to do an urban agriculture project. But it's always good to work together with other organizations. And one of our committees, the Strategic and Local Economic Development Committee, would have felt it necessary, and under its ambit, it's able to reach out to other organizations and partner with them. So he's done that. So yes, I wouldn't want to say it's a corporation project only. We do have goals of spreading it across all the districts in Port of Spain. So we have 12 districts. We've approved doing similar projects across all the districts. Right now the councillors are hard at work putting together where they could actually get it done. So we expect to roll it out over the course of the next couple of months. But this is just the launch on April 15th, and there's been so much preparation in that. We've been doing training. We did 2 training sessions so far, including one, a visit to UE Agri Expo, and the second one was a visit to Mr. Senon's farm in Saparia. So we took these residents outside of the normal area, and took them down to Saparia, where they enjoyed a full day on a farm, and they learned the values of hydroponics. What's my partner name again, boy? Rakesh, who's doing excellent work in hydroponics. He gave them a full display. Right now I want to get into hydroponics as well. We also did a New Fire Festival. They would have come and done a presentation on permaculture, how to use what you have around you so nothing is wasted. They used the pallets, you know, those old pallets that you get in the hardware that they just throw away. They used those old pallets and created grow boxes out of them. Really amazing stuff.
So like I was explaining, there's an entire principle in terms of crime prevention called CEPTED. It's crime prevention through environmental design. What it suggests is that if you improve person spaces, if you take away the graffiti, if you take away all the derelict buildings and stuff like that, then persons feel a certain sense of pride in their community. If you improve lighting, then you take away the opportunity for persons to hide and to do harm to someone. What we really intend to do is to create a certain level of pride from persons and ownership from persons in the Gonzales area, in this area that we're going to develop for urban farming. Essentially, what we're going to do is provide all the seedlings and so on, commercially viable crops and everything like that. And persons will take care of it for themselves. At the launch, that is just a launch. This thing is going to be sustainable. This thing is going to be replicated in other communities, in the other districts, as Hillan would have said. And it would not only transcend the East Port of Spain area, but also some of the other areas in Port of Spain. And in terms of the crime element of it, what we hope to do additionally is to bring external volunteers to mix with the internal volunteers. And what I'll do hopefully is to help persons on the outside to really test their stigma and their stereotypes that they may have of the community, to get an appreciation for the community. For the outside, for the internal persons as well. I've done a lot of community work in East Port of Spain area, and what I could tell you is that there is a certain level of mistrust with the external community, with the wider Trinidad and Tobago, because of years of attrition between the two parties, of course. And what this will allow is that the persons in the community, the residents, would be able to see persons who care for them, who care for this project, who care for the development of everyone in Trinidad and Tobago. And by creating that particular space, we hope that certainly that could lead to alleviation in crime to a large extent.
Yeah. You say that, and I'm thinking that people might be unwilling to go into those communities because of the stereotypes which has been attached to them.
Well, that is sometimes the case, but we always encourage people to look past what they sometimes see in the media. Sometimes what they see in the media is a negative representation that casts the light on the entire population of an area. But we have some amazing people in these communities, and they want people to see that. In fact, they love people. They love to invite people. And in fact, one of the head of the VCTT, since she's been coming up there, she comes up there now on her own. She enjoys the view. She loves it. She really enjoys the people being around. You know, but to allay any fears of anybody, we also have involved with us the IATF Hearts and Minds, which is a project of the IATF police, is a softer approach to policing. They'll be around and present as well. And we have full faith that, it will be an excellent initiative starting on Sunday and going on from there.
This initiative was hit hard with the passing, if you just saw the news, with one of the members who would have taken part in this initiative.
No, well, I was making a comment earlier that I noticed on the news the death of this young man, Leon. That's his name? And I remember sharing this video there some weeks ago and saying to myself, he's a good person that we could look at to come in and do some training. And now I'm seeing that he's been murdered. And it's sad to see that a young businessman like that has to meet such a demise when he's simply trying to ply his trade. And one of the things we're actually building into our model is we're trying to create a market. So the goal is for them to plant short crops that can be reaped in about 6 weeks. But our goal is to actually create a market for them, probably by linking with various stakeholders, retail shops, markets and different places, restaurants that are willing to buy the produce at the market rate, so that they probably don't even have to go there too much and do all of this negotiation. And we'll also have to put in a safe and effective way for the collection of the resources, the cash, because this guy had a model, an excellent model, and sadly, somebody decided because they wanted his money more than him, they took it from him and they took his life, and it's really unfair. And I really want to send condolences out to his family at this time, and I hope that it doesn't break the spirit of those who are willing to go out there and get into business. We have to not cower in fear of the crime situation taking place right now, and he will still be an inspiration for us because, as I said, there's now people like Rakesh who described to us the value of hydroponics. And I remember I didn't even know this guy, and I shared his video because I was so much in awe at how he had everything out there. So it's really sad, but we will continue and press on.
All right, well, thank you very much, Councillor Hillan Morean and Mr. Kelvin Polson, for coming in and talking to us about this Plant for Peace initiative. And the launch will take place on Sunday, April 15th.
Sunday.
Where is it exactly?
It's at the Robert Greenish Playground in Gonzales. The launch is at 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m.
But everybody will be out there from much earlier, planting and preparing this place.
All right, so thank you, gentlemen, for coming in and talking to us about this initiative.